Samson went down to Timnah together with his father and mother. As they approached the vineyards of Timnah, why would the writer mention the vineyards? Interesting. Because Samson was a person who was supposed to avoid vineyards. Why would the writer mention the vineyards? Anyway, as they approached the vineyards of Timnah, suddenly a young lion came roaring toward him. Him. Wasn't he with his father and mother? In verse 5, he was with his father and mother. They were going down to Timnah together with his father and mother, but the lion is coming roaring towards him. Verse 6, the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him, so that he tore the lion apart with his bare hands, as he might have torn a young goat. By the way, I've never been able to tear apart a young goat with my bare hands. So the fact that he can tear apart a lion like you might tear apart a young goat is just double good, double amazing, double superhero work. But he's touching a lion. He's now touching a dead lion with his bare hands. But he told neither his father nor his mother what he had done. Wait a minute, he was with them. They were together with him. So how does the lion come after only him? How does he tear apart the lion with his bare hands? How does he come back to his mother and father and not tell them about what went down? Somehow he must have been away from his mom and dad for a fairly significant amount of time near the vineyards of Timnah. Then he went down and talked to the woman, and he liked her. Well, that's fine. That's nice. There's something about that story that's just mysterious. Just a couple things that you're like, what? Something doesn't seem right. Skip ahead, verse 8. Sometime later, when he went back to marry her, he turned aside to look at the lion's carcass. Okay, there we go. He's now going back there, and he turned aside, which means he had to intentionally go away from the path to go to where the lion's carcass was, which means earlier he had turned aside from the path his mother and father were on. They were on the path, but he had turned aside from that path to encounter the lion in the first place. So now he's turned aside again to look at the lion's carcass, and in it he saw a swarm of bees and some honey. He scooped out the honey with his hands from a dead animal and ate as he went along. When he rejoined his parents, do you see that? When he rejoined his parents, he gave them some and they too ate it, but he did not tell them that he had taken the honey from the lion's carcass. Now we get a bigger picture. On the path to Timnah, there are some vineyards. At some point in time, near the vineyards, Samson leaves his parents on the path, goes out there into the middle of the vineyards. Why is a Nazirite going into the middle of the vineyards? I don't know. A lion attacks him while he's out there. He kills the lion. Now he's double committed a problem with his Nazirite vow. He is in the middle of the grapes. He has killed an animal. It's not a clean animal, by the way. And so now he is unclean in two different ways. He has violated his vow in two different ways, and he knows he's violated his vow because when he comes back to his parents, he doesn't say anything, even though he does give them some honey. But he doesn't tell them about the dead thing he touched. He doesn't tell them it was in the middle of the vineyards or near the vineyards or whatever it was. Because you see, Samson still had his hair. And because he had his hair, Samson looked the part. But he was no longer honorable if he ever was. Samson had the hair, but he didn't have any of the rest of the dedication. The hair was supposed to be a symbol of your dedication to God, but for Samson, that's all it was. It was just hair.